Hello, my name is Eva Mestre, and in this screencast I'm going to talk about how important format and layout can be when we write a document. In particular, I want to talk about the cover letter. Cover letter is a personal statement of interest for a particular position. It is a letter that we write to accompany our resume or curriculum vitae, and it is in English limited to one page, and it should be addressed to one specific person. So when we write it, we should tailor it for a particular position. So we should write one cover letter for each job that we are applying to. The ideas should be organized in the text, and grammar and spelling should be very well taken care of, because it is our presentation to an enterprise in which we want to work. We need to use a business letter format and maintain a formal tone. So these formal should be organized in 3 different sections. The first one should include a statement of purpose with the name of the position, the job that we want. Then we must explain our qualifications, but specifying some particular point, because our CV is already has been sent to the enterprise. And then finally, in the closing section, state your availability for an interview and means for the company to contact you and talk about your qualifications. So this is what a letter should look like. This is the format a business letter has. So as we see at the top right, we can see the address, the phone number, as well as the date of the letter. And then we should use the employer's name and title and address at the left of the letter. And then we can start with a salutation, trying to find the name of the person that we need to address. And then having an opening paragraph in which we state why we write, what is the position that we need. In the middle paragraph, we have to explain why is it so important for us to work for them. And then in the closing paragraph, we must specify our availability. We will now analyze a text written by a student in order to find out and explain possible problems and mistakes that there might exist. First of all, we have explained that the name and address of the person need to be written at the right-hand side of the letter in the format of a business letter, formal business letter, and then right underneath there should be the date. There should probably be some space between the two pieces of information so they can be read more easily. Then it is important that we find out the name of the person we are writing to. We can do so by calling the company, or maybe in many adverts there is a contact person, or there is the name of the human resources manager or whatever. But it is important that we try to be specific in the recipient name. Then with regard to the opening paragraph, the student chose 2 different sentences to express the same thing. I am responding to your advertisement, and I would like to express my sincere interest. These 2 sentences express the same thing, and there is a sort of repetition on this type of text. It is true that we must express the position and our interest and so on, but there must not be a repetition of sentences saying the same thing. Again, she also says that she's excited about this work because it's a new experience for her. This is against what we explained about keeping formal and being very careful with the language that we use. So this is also a problem. Then, in the middle paragraph, we should explain why are we interesting for the company. Why should the company hire us? This cannot be a repetition of our curriculum vitae or the story of our lives. In our case, the student insisted that she had worked previously in the same type of job, but she did not offer any extra information about her personal qualities or her qualities as a worker. And then finally, in the closing paragraph, there should be information as to how to contact the person. Would be open for an interview, for example, at any time. My phone number is the following. If the company is interested, they should have a way to contact us. Then finally, I would like to call your attention on the many misspellings and the many grammatical problems there are in this text. In some sentences there are some sentences are difficult to understand due to the problems of this sort. For example, satisfactority or abil with people. This is something that does not exist in English. In this screencast, we have seen how important format can be and how we need to take it into account when we wish to write proper English. Finally, we must be very careful in the way we finish our letter. We must either write yours sincerely or yours truthfully in order to keep the formality needed in it. And then we need to handwrite our name, to sign it, to offer our signature before we type it.